So I want to be the devil's advocate because I have an anticipation that this will be the thought of some people who are listening, and maybe pastors who are listening. People would say, yeah, I think art is nice. I think it's nice this guy has this gift. But we're in a world of lost and dying souls. We should just evangelize and disciple. And if this guy wants to mess with painting on the side, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't see why this has anything to do with the calling of the church.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think it's a question that many pastors have asked, are asking. What I would say is if beauty is an attribute of God, and we know that from Scripture, theogod, logic. So it's we want to understand beauty through a lens that is founded in God, in the Scripture, and in the Christian tradition. Then what I would argue is that pastors actually have a theological responsibility to explore beauty, and for beauty to be part of how they understand, equip, train, teach within their local body. It's not the total thing, but it's the lens through which everything ought to filter. Just as we filter everything through the truth of the word, just as we filter things through the ethics or the goodness of what it means to be a believer in the truth and the word, we also ought to see beauty as a sign under which the entire church lives. And unless a pastor is sort of willing to say, I'm not interested in this particular part of theology, which I don't think most pastors would want to say. I think they want to say, we want to teach the full counsel of God and the full counsel of Scripture. And beauty is one of those things that has been marginalized. It's mystical, it's mysterious, it's hard to get our head around. It's certainly not really taught in seminaries. And so how do we recover, or maybe we might say discover, a theology of beauty for the church in this cultural moment?